Thank you for joining us for the fifth down. There were a number of teams playing outside of the area, but we still have plenty of highlights for you.
Yeah, for the first time this year, Alcona, Alpena, and Joburg were out of the area on the same week, but we can still make do. We'll start in Whittimore, where the Hillman Tigers played the Cardinals. The Tigers took the trip south looking for their 7th win, while the Cards were trying to pick up win number 5. First drive for the Tigers, the Redbirds D stands strong, 4th and short. They hand off to Dylan Stanky, but he stops short and Whittimore takes over. A couple plays into that drive, the carry goes to big number 44, Dakota Kinney. Up the middle, dodges one man, powers through 2 more into Tigers territory. A few plays later, Kinney finishes the job to put his team up 6-zip. And with the 2, they make it 8-0. Hillman's next drive, first play, it's quarterback Billy Colcan. He takes it himself up the gut. He throws one man off of his shoulder here, and he's going to find pay dirt. The Tigers get 6, and with the 2, they tie this one up at 8 apiece. Whittimore next drive, 3rd and 23. Their quarterback, Blake Liddell, he takes off, makes a couple of nice moves, and he drags a couple of defenders down for a first down into Tigers territory. Few plays later, the Cards now inside the red zone, run the jet sweep again, so you think. Really, it's a reverse into the hands of Michael Swain. He scores. The Cardinals would take a 16-8 lead into the half, and they go on to win this one big, 38-14.
Up next is a Big Dipper battle in Oscoda, where the Rogers City Hurons took the field against the Oscoda Owls. First drive of the game, Rogers City's Quentin Kelly heaves one downfield to Matthew Altman, who will get the Hurons inside the 5-yard line. From there, tailback Gavin Vaselniak. He's going to take it around the edge, fight for some extra yards, and that's when he fumbles, but it's all good because Brendan Hart scoops it up for a Hurons touchdown. They would lead 8-0 after a 2-point conversion to the tight end Alex Hinska. After recovering an onside kick, the Hurons looking deep again, but this time they run into trouble. Hunter Huckabee comes up with the interception for Oscoda. He'll make some moves upfield to the 40-yard line. That would set up Jacob Malik, who shows off the speed for a big touchdown. Rogers City goes for the extra point, and they cut the lead to 1. From there, it's going to be deja vu all over again. Kelly in the pocket, looking for some yards in the air. Huckabee gets his 2nd interception. He'll bring it to the 40-yard line, and guess who finishes that drive? That's right, it's Malik again. He had 5 total touchdowns in this one. The Owls get the win, 47-30, your final.
Tawas Braves were in Mayo trying to play spoiler as the Thunderbolts need wins the next 2 weeks to qualify for playoffs. The Braves offense got hot early. Quarterback Owen Irvin hands off to J.J. Howell on the jet sweep. He makes a couple of men miss, gets up the sideline, and he's headed to the house. Tawas goes up 7-0 with the extra point. Less than 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Irvin, another handoff, this time a reverse left side to Dalton Keys. He's going to cut back up the middle, blows by a couple of guys, and he bounces it back outside and uses them wheels to find pay dirt. The Braves go up 14-0. Their next drive, less than a minute later, already back in the red zone. Howell with the carry, this time up the gut. He dives across the goal line, and the Braves go up 3 possessions. Now the second quarter, same deal. Braves inside the red zone again, and this time the touch goes to Jacob Landis to Minello. He scores, and the Braves go up 27-zip. But with 3 minutes left in the second quarter, they cap off a stellar half. Irwin drops back this time, and he finds Jacob Crum streaking wide open. Tawas goes up 33-0, and they go on to win big, 47-0, to clinch their 2nd straight win. What's up next, John?
Well, the Alpena Wildcats might have been out of the area, but we were still able to get some highlights of the Cats game in Petoskey. Alpena looking for their first win over the Northmen since 2006. In Petoskey, they're going to get to work quickly. Brent Murray scores, Northmen up 6-zip. A few minutes later, Wildcats O-line will hook up their man, Brent Auger, who picks up a first down with a couple of stiff arms, but no points come out of the Alpena drive. Now 14-0 Northmen in the first quarter. Murray will shake a tackler. It's his 2nd score of the game and a 3-score lead for Petoskey. Wildcats trying to respond. They recover this fumble by Murray, but the story is the same. Alpena turns the ball over on downs, while Petoskey continues their dominance on the ground and on the scoreboard against Alpena with the 51-0 shutout. Next week, the Cats will look to bounce back at home in the final game of the season against Gaylord.
The Alcona Tigers were on the road looking for their 6th win of the season against Lake City. Trojans wasting no time getting on the board. Cade Peterson with the quick release, and he finds Lucas Marion right down the seam for the TD strike. Just over a minute in, it's 7-zip Lake City. Alcona answers right back, though, on a play so good it fakes out our cameraman. Brock Franklin taking it to the house for the Tigers. but Lake City comes right back with another score here on a quick toss. This one coming at the goal line. This game would be a shootout the rest of the way and a tight matchup going into the final minutes. But in the end, the Trojans outlast the Tigers, taking this matchup 41-34.
Now over to 8-man football. The Onaway Cardinals took care of business at home against Bel Air, winning 64-14. Bradley Brubaker led the way with 4 touchdowns. It's their 5th win of the season, meaning next week's game against Pickford is a must-win if the Cards want to make the playoffs in their first year of 8-man football. The Posen Vikings, now they already qualified for the playoffs. Their opponent Brimley had to forfeit their matchup, so Posen gets the 2-0 win. Why it's 2-0, not quite sure. They'll try to complete the perfect season next week against St. Helen Academy.
And 2 more scores on the gridiron. The Hale Eagles picked up their 2nd win of the season with a 38-12 win over Akron Fairgrove. And the Joburg Cardinals got their 6th win of the season, defeating the Forest Area Warriors 52-0. Logan Huff had 4 carries for 132 yards and 2 scores, while Brandon Huff went 5 of 8 passing for 110 yards. Up next is Indian River Inland Lakes as the Cardinals gear up for the playoffs.
Now for some hockey scores you need to know about. The Red Wings were handed their first loss of the season by the Carolina Hurricanes 5-3. Jimmy Howard was in net and allowed a goal in each period. Scoring goals for Detroit was Gustav Nyquist, Teemu Pokkanen, and Riley Sheahan. As for local hockey, the Flyers lost 6-3 to the Detroit Fighting Irish at Northern Lights Arena. Sergei Merslov scored 2 goals. Andre Fosco lit the lamp once. Those two will be back at it tomorrow night on the ice at 7 p.m.